What makes people engage with science? This is a really tough question. As teacher, as educator, we know that science is important. It's crucial for navigating our world and develop critical skills. However, students often don't see it the same way. And in the era of smartphone and social media, scrolling through TikTok, YouTube, Instagram is more appealing than studying science, of course. To add a bit more context, I have a background in physics from Cardiff University in the UK, and I'm a practitioner in the field of science communication. So, my team and I run a YouTube channel where we talk about physics. We talk about the physics of, well, pretty much everything, from physics of movie, physics of game, physics of anime, and many viral stuff. In 3 years, we managed to grow the channel to 1 million subscribers and more than 100 million views. And all of that, all science content. So, even though teaching in classroom and on social media are different, there are some key takeaways that we can learn from these experiences to make people, especially students, to be more engaged with science. To do this, let's take a look to 10 of the most watched video on my YouTube channel from about 200 videos uploaded. And we will see an interesting pattern emerge. So, 4 of the most watched video on my YouTube channel are this. So, let's see. In this video, I explain about a viral meme about free energy car that will be moving infinitely when we put a magnet in front of it. Then, there is a video debunking a national news when someone claimed that he can turn a drop of water into a fuel for motorcycle with a range of 50 kilometers. Then, there is a video explaining about a global news about Titan submarine, Titan submersible in 2023, that imploded in the deep sea. Then there is also a video explaining about many viral stuff. And then the question is, what do all of these videos have in common? Relevance. So, all of these videos talk about relevancy. When we teach science in class, students often ask, when will I ever use this? Why do I need to know the value of integral x squared? What is the importance of Newton's second law of motion? And many things. When students asking this question, they are seeking relevance. They want to know how a science concept connects to their own lives. So, the first thing is relevance. Let's break it down with example. In 2023, there is a global news that spread everywhere about Titan submarine that imploded in the deep sea. When this news spread, everyone asked, how did it happen? What is the danger of the deep sea? What is implosion? And this is an opportunity for me to explain about science concept. So I make a video explaining about it, everything about this, but from POV of physics. So I talk about what is pressure, what is hydrostatic pressure. And in the video, I literally did just a simple calculation about how big is the hydrostatic pressure in the depth of 4,000 meters. By using this approach, somehow people more open to learn about this science concept about hydrostatic pressure. That's because I show them how it will translate to real life. So, relevance. We need to give students the full context of what is the topic about, how it relates to the real life. However, relevance alone is not a complete picture. Because if I just consider relevance, then all of my other top video would be impossible to get so many views. So let's take a look to the other 6 of the most watched video on my YouTube channel. These are the video. Okay, let's see and let's talk about relevance here. Do all of this video provide relevance to the real life? Well, I think no. Do we ever need to do Naruto style run in real life? No. Is Naruto style run faster than normal run? Why does 1 hour in Interstellar movie equals to 7 hours? Proving science experiment from Detective Conan and Dr. Stone anime. And let's talk about relevance here. Do all of this video provide relevance to real life? I'm sure no. But somehow, people watch this video, and all of this video, each of them get millions of views. Why? So I take a moment to think about this. And the answer is story. All of this video may not have direct relevance to real life, but all of this video have story. And this aligns with what I learned from Professor James Kakalios in his books, The Physics of Superhero. In his book, in the introduction part, he writes something like this. If we teach science in classroom, students may ask, when will I ever use this? But when we explain about a superhero that use this abstract science concept, somehow they all forget all of this question. They will just accept and learn about the concept without ever noticing that. They may not use that in real life. This also similar to what I learned from a successful YouTube channel, Tree Blue and Brown. This is my inspiration on YouTube. This is a mathematics YouTube channel. And he shared similar result. The most watched video on his channel is not the one that give relevance, but the one that provide the story. Relevance is about logic, but story is about emotion. And this is a whole different thing. By using story of Naruto, I can explain about the physics of aerodynamics. By using story of Interstellar, I can explain about time dilation and many more. And when we talk about story, it is not just about the story of the medium, but also the story of the topic or the lore itself. So let's take example, Maxwell equation. Okay, don't bother with this equation, okay? So, if we explain about Maxwell electromagnetic equation, it might be boring on its own, of course. But if we turn this set of equation into a story on how Maxwell doing observation and then he formalize it in form of 4 set of equation, then from here, he predict the existence of electromagnetic wave, and from here, he can calculate the speed of light. It turns a set of story into a meaningful journey, a meaningful story. And that's a whole different thing. So, the second thing is story. We can use the story of a medium or pop culture, or we can use the story of the topic itself. However, once more, getting attention and engagement is a whole different thing from making students actually care and want to learn about the topic. So, there is a final missing piece that will complement these 2 components before. It is authenticity. We need to tell people about science as it is. We can use technique of relevance, technique of story, but we should never exaggerate it. Because if we exaggerate something, they may be disappointed and they will not learn about it anymore. For example, like, it's easy to get people interested if we using about a bombastic story or a bombastic claim. For example, like, ancient Indonesian people have the power of quantum technology. Ancient Indonesian people can send curse or santet because it is quantum entanglement thing, something like that. People might be interested in this topic, but they will never learn about it anymore. Why? Because when they try to learn about this topic, they will find out that, wait, this is different thing. You are lying. Something like that. So, authenticity is a crucial thing. We should tell people about science as it is. This is like, we should tell people that, yeah, science has its easy part, but it also has a difficult part. Science has aspect that is enjoyable, but science also has aspects that are confusing or frustrating. We should tell them as it is. And that's how we make people engage with science. We can use relevancy, we can use story, but make sure we use authenticity. Thank you.